It looks like there's a real battle going on for the California Senate seat. What happened is the California Democrats endorsed Kevin De Leon over Dianne Feinstein, which is fucking awesome. Dianne Feinstein is a terrible pick for senator. She's way too out of touch. She is not in touch with the constituency, nor is she in touch with really the Californian people. She is not in support of Medicare for all. And she's just such a fucking corporate Democrat. She's very corrupted as well, by the way. She's very corrupted. There was a story that I had read about how at a town hall she had talked about being against Medicare for all, and then just like sometime later, she's going and giving speeches to these, these pharma industry groups, which is it's shady as fuck, man. It's really damn shady. So I'm not a fan of Dianne Feinstein by any means, shape, or form, and neither should you, because there's just absolutely no fucking reason to be. Now, Kevin De Leon isn't actually the ideal candidate. The ideal candidate would have been Allison Hartson, but unfortunately, she was not able to emerge victorious. But I will easily take Kevin De Leon over Dianne Feinstein, hands down. But here's what CNN says, fake news as Trump puts it. Leaders of the California Democratic Party on Saturday voted overwhelmingly to endorse Kevin De Leon for the U.S. Senate over incumbent Senator Dianne Feinstein. De Leon, a more liberal activist voice within the party, recently served as California State Senate President pro tempore and currently represents parts of Los Angeles. Feinstein, the leading Democrat on the Senate Judiciary Committee, is seeking her 5th full term in Senate. Okay, let's think about that, right? So you're talking about 5 terms, right? You serve 6-year terms in the Senate. That's going to be, by the time she's done, she'll have been in the Senate for 30 fucking years. I'm firmly in support of legitimate, term limits within Congress, because this is unacceptable. Having a senator, especially when the approval of the Senate is always in the fucking teens or maybe in the low 20s at best. And you're talking about having one serving for about 30 years. Unacceptable. We need term limits. I'm actually firmly in support of term limits at this point. But it says De Leon garnered 65% of the vote. Among the party's executive board members, Feinstein received 7% of the vote and 28% voted no endorsement. 60% of the vote was needed for the party to officially endorse a candidate. In a statement shortly after the endorsement, De Leon renewed his call for a debate against Feinstein and celebrated the win. So I'm 100% part of Team Kevin De Leon, because although he's not the ideal candidate, he's not the ideal progressive, Allison Hartson would have been, but because she wasn't able to win, Dianne Feinstein is so antithetical to the real progressive ideas of Medicare for all that we need to remove Dianne Feinstein from office immediately. We need to replace her with someone further left-leaning, someone who actually leans progressive, because if you don't believe in Medicare for all, not only are you really truly progressive, because you don't want to insure all Americans with healthcare and make sure that, we have a system that every other, country, every other modern industrialized nation has. We need to get you out of there, because you're not really representing us. And I'm in California, so that's pretty fucking shit. Dianne Feinstein, I'm not a fan. Also, I'm not a fan of jungle primaries either, by the way. I just thought I'd toss that in there.